Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP probes alleged destabilization plot against the Marcos administration. AFP utilizes EDCA sites for Typhoon Uwan relief operations. Want to re-enter part today. Psychosocial well-being of kids in evacuation centers also a priority according to DSWD. Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Wednesday, November 12, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Philippine Air Force deployed a Black Hawk helicopter to deliver relief goods to communities affected by Typhoon Uwan in eastern Visayas yesterday. The operation transported hygiene kits and family food packs from Tacloban City to southern Leyte and eastern Samar, providing essential aid to displaced families. Ground teams from the Philippine Air Force, Philippine Army, Philippine National Police and local volunteers worked together to unload and distribute the supplies. The mission highlights the Air Force's strong commitment in delivering timely humanitarian assistance and supporting disaster-stricken communities.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines has launched an investigation into alleged attempts to destabilize the Marcos administration following claims made by media personality Ramon Tulfo. Communications Standard Secretary Claire Castro said the AFP is validating the allegations and the names mentioned in the post. She emphasized that while freedom of expression is respected, any act that could threaten national stability must be thoroughly investigated.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now from NOLCO, let's hear some information from Joanne regarding the members of the Northern Luzon Naval Command Reservists help in other operations in areas affected by Super Typhoon Uwan.
Naval and Marine Reservists from the Northern Luzon Naval Command participated in the Philippine Navy's humanitarian assistance and disaster response operations in areas severely hit by Super Typhoon Uwan. In Ilocos Sur, reservists conducted clearing operations in Barangay 7, Vigan City, and assisted the City Social Welfare and Development Office in repacking relief packs in Barangay Solid West. They also distributed hot meals to evacuees from San Vicente, Santa Catalina, San Julian, and Mindoro, Ilocos Sur. In Zambales, Naval Reservists helped remove debris in Barangay Mangan Vaca and coordinated with the Subic Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office for a feeding program for evacuees at Subic College. In Pangasinan, Marine Reservists assisted the San Carlos City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office in rescuing 6 families trapped in Barangay Magtaking. The Northern Luzon Naval Command stated that Naval Reservists continue to coordinate and participate in relief and clearing operations to ensure a swift response to affected communities. This is John Sagawk reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from NOLCO.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
2 of the 6 Philippine Air Force personnel who died in the Super Hube helicopter crash in Agusan del Sur were laid to rest following their service during post-typhoon humanitarian operations. Captain Pauli Domagan was interred at the Libingan ng mga Bayani with full military honors, where Philippine Air Force Commanding General Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura personally handed the Philippine flag to his widow. Airman First Class Erickson Merico was buried in his hometown of Real, Quezon, with honors led by Acting Vice Commander Major General Pablo Rustia Jr. The PAF paid tribute to the fallen airmen, commending their bravery and sacrifice in fulfilling their duty during humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations after Typhoon Tino.
DWDD National News. DWDD Armed Forces News.
The armed forces of the Philippines used enhanced defense cooperation agreement sites to support humanitarian assistance and disaster response operations for victims of Typhoon 1. AFP spokesperson Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla said the sites can serve not only for military exercises but also as hubs for relief repacking and logistics during disasters. She added that the AFP is focusing on post-typhoon operations, including clearing efforts and providing support for road and bridge restoration. The military continues to work closely with government agencies to help affected communities recover swiftly.
Armed Forces Radio.
And we are joined now by our field reporter Gina, who has been following the situation closely about the Army troops lead search relief operations in Typhoon Tino hit Negros Oriental. Go ahead, Gina.
Yes, Rofh, the 302nd Infantry Brigade together with the 11th, 47th, and 62nd Infantry Battalions launched intensive search and retrieval operations in Canlaon City, Negros Oriental, following the devastation caused by Typhoon Tino. In coordination with the other agencies, soldiers also distributed relief packs, cleared debris, and restored access to affected areas. Disaster response task units were simultaneously deployed to nearby towns to assist in humanitarian and recovery operations. Major General Michael G. Samson, commander of the 3rd Infantry Division, lauded the troops' dedication and assured that the Army will continue supporting the people of Negros Oriental until recovery is complete. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, Taal volcano in Batangas emitted steam dash during a minor threat of magmatic eruption early this morning. According to FIVOX, the activity occurred at 6:51 a.m. and lasted for about 3 minutes, producing an ash plume that rose up to 2,800 meters high. The eruption was caused by the continued upwelling of hot volcanic gas within the main crater. FIVOX said Taal volcano remains under alert level 1, indicating low-level unrest.
DWDD National News.
Severe tropical storm Uwan would likely re-enter the Philippine area of responsibility today as signal number 1 remains hoisted over 3 Luzon areas. Pag-asa weather specialist Loridine De La Cruz Galicia said the Uwan maintains its strength as it slowly moves north-northeastward over the sea south of Taiwan. Still under signal number 1 were Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and the northwestern portion of Ilocos Norte. Pag-asa forecasted that Cordillera Administrative Region and the rest of Ilocos region would be experiencing cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms due to the through or extension of the severe tropical storm. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country would likely have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or localized thunderstorms.
Armed Forces Radio.
And from POPC, we're going to hear from Sean about RMAF Exchange Visit Program kicks off.
The Philippine Air Force welcomed the delegation of the Royal Malaysian Air Force led by Lieutenant Colonel C. Yap Wei during a courtesy call on Major General Thad Rufino P. Candelario, Acting Chief of Air Staff on November 11, 2025 at Colonel Jesus Villamor Air Base, Pasay City. Following the courtesy call, the RMAF delegation attended the organizational briefing highlighting the PAF's mission, structure, and key operational capabilities. The session also served as platform for both air forces to share insights and best practices. The visit forms part of the Senior and Junior Officer Exchange Visit Program between the PAF and the RMAF, an ongoing initiative that fosters interoperability, cooperation, and cultural understanding between the two nations. Through this engagement, both air forces reaffirms their shared commitment to strengthening the regional defense ties and promoting lasting partnership. This is Sean Berganyo reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sean, from Pop Simog.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development assured residents of Typhoon Uwan struck Catanduanes the more aid is on the way to help families recover. DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian visited the province to ensure the needs of local governments and affected families are met. Gatchalian said the agency had already prepositioned 20,000 family food packs before the typhoon hit, which have been distributed and continue to be used. He added that the province requested 87,000 food packs, and under the president's directive that no family goes hungry, all will be delivered within 5 days.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, the Department of Social Welfare and Development assured that the psychosocial well-being of children displaced by disasters is one of its priorities. DSWD spokesperson and Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the DSWD's Calabar Zone Field Office initiated recreational activities for children in Mauban, Quezon's Municipal Gymnasium. The DSWD ensures that children have time to play, engage with other children, and express their feelings. They emphasize that this is as important as giving them food and a safe shelter at this time. Dumlao added that every evacuation center should include spaces that are friendly to women and children as they are among the most vulnerable.
Forces Radio.
And on the other line, let's hear more from Mike regarding 73rd IB troops join blood donation drive for women and children in Davao Occidental.
Soldiers from 73rd Infantry Battalion joined the blood donation activity marking the 5th founding anniversary of the Malita Women's and Children's Center in coordination with the Philippine National Red Cross Digos Chapter and the Provincial Health Office of Davao Occidental yesterday. The initiative supports community health programs and strengthens collaboration between the Army and local institutions. Through their participation, 73rd IB personnel help boost the province's blood supply for medical emergencies and health services. The activity highlights the Army's continued commitment to humanitarian service and its role in promoting the welfare of vulnerable communities. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mike.
DWDD National News.
The Social Housing Finance Corporation, or the SFHC, and the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation have announced a 1-month moratorium on housing payments for typhoon-affected communities. For Typhoon Tino, SHFC coverage runs from November 4 to December 3, while NHMFC borrowers in Central and Eastern Visayas are also included. For Super Typhoon Uwan, the SHFC moratorium is from November 11 to December 10, covering Metro Manila, Car, and several Luzon and Visayas regions. Officials says the move follows President Marcos Jr. and Secretary Jose Ramon Aliling's directive to provide immediate relief to affected homeowners.
DWDD National News.
15-year-old J-Boy Magdadaro came to the rescue of over 50 people in Barangay Hubay, Loan, Cebu who needed help navigating the floodwaters brought on by rains from Typhoon Tino. One by one, J-Boy loaded the flood victims in a small boat and brought them to a safe area in their barangay. It took almost the whole day for J-Boy to conduct his rescue mission, braving the rising flood waters and rains. In recognition of his valiant deeds, the local government of Loan pledged to give him a scholarship until college.
Armed Forces Radio.
Some information from Ken about AFP receives medicine donation from FPJ Panday Bayanihan and Jack Pharma Incorporated.
Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. received 25 boxes of doxycycline hydrochloride Doxicon 100 mg capsule donated by FPJ Panday Bayanihan led by Representative Brian Poe in partnership with Jack Pharma Incorporated during a courtesy call at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City yesterday. The donation aims to safeguard AFP personnel, reservists, and first responder exposed to health risks and disaster-prone and flood-affected areas. General Browner expressed gratitude to Representative Poe and Jack Pharma Incorporated for their continued support to AFP humanitarian and disaster response mission. The AFP reaffirmed its dedication in protecting communities and working with partnership in delivering life-saving assistance nationwide. This is Ken reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ken.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, Malacanang said that the government is implementing new climate-smart strategies to boost the Philippines' resilience to climate change. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro reported that President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has ordered agencies to adopt measures, especially as the country faces a series of tropical cyclones. She highlighted that these initiatives include the automated furrow irrigation system, which conserves water and improves crop yields, and the smart farming initiative using sensors to enhance agriculture productivity. The palace also stressed that while climate change requires a global response, the Philippines is taking steps at home to address its effects.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Public Works and Highways will file charges against High-Tone Construction, owned by former Ako Bicol Representative Zaldico, and his brother over the collapse of a seawall in Navotas City during Super Typhoon Uwan. High-Tone handled 20% of flood control projects under the Marcos administration. DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon said the move aims to recover government funds and hold the contractor accountable. The seawall collapsed just weeks after turnover, causing severe flooding in nearby villages.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Jai about Philippine Army installs new commander of 6ID and JTF Central.
Rofh, Philippine Army installed new commander of 6th Infantry Campilan Division and Joint Task Force Central during the 44th change of command ceremony held at Camp Shonco, Maguindanao del Norte yesterday. Philippine Army Commanding General Lieutenant General Antonio Ginifarete presided over the turnover, wherein Major General Jose Vladimir Cagara formally assumed the said command. Moreover, the outgoing commander, Major General Donald M. Gumiran, was appointed as a new commander of the Western Mindanao Command. Major General Cagara, a member of PMA Maalab class of 1993, brings over 3 decades of military experience in territorial defense, intelligence, and civil military operations. This is Joy reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jai.
DWDD National News.
Kamangawa Party List Representative Elijah San Fernando has filed a resolution to block government clearances for assigned Ako Bicol Representative Elizaldico. This is amid investigations into anomalous flood control projects. San Fernando said granting clearances to officials under investigation undermines public trust and violates ethical standards for public service. House Speaker Faustino D. III had previously revoked Co's travel clearance, ordering him to return to the Philippines, but Co refused to comply.
DWDD National News.
Former Department of Public Works and Highways Secretary Manuel Bonoan has left the Philippines. Bureau of Immigration spokesperson Donna Sandoval confirmed that Bonoan departed for the United States via Taiwan. She added that upon encounter, immigration officers immediately coordinated with the Department of Justice to verify if a hold departure order or warrant of arrest was in effect. The DOJ then confirmed none exists, Hence, he was cleared to depart. In a separate statement, the DOJ said Bonoan left the country to accompany his wife, who will undergo a medical procedure in the United States.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Ferdy, updates about AFP and MILF strengthen partnership in historic Joint Peace and Security Team awarding.
Good day, everyone. The 1st Infantry Division hosted the joint awarding of medal ceremony for the Joint Peace and Security Team at the Division Wellness Center in Zamboanga del Sur. The event marked a historic milestone as MP Basit Janati Mimbantas Abbas, a Bangsamoro Islamic Armed Forces MILF leader, became the first MILF commander to visit the Tabac Division. First ID Commander Major General Yegor Rey Baroquillo Jr. and peace officials from both sides lauded the JPST members for their dedication and in maintaining peace and stability in Mindanao. The ceremony highlighted the AFP and MILF's shared commitment to reconciliation, normalization, and continued pursuit of lasting peace under the Comprehensive Agreement on Bangsamoro. This is Ferdy Bruce reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ferdy.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. welcomed former United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who paid him a courtesy visit in Malacanang. Marcos expressed his appreciation for Ban's continued advocacy and leadership in promoting climate resilience and sustainability. The Manila visit of the former UN leader came as the country reels from the effects of back-to-back tropical cyclones, Typhoon Tino and Super Typhoon Uwan. Ban also conveyed his well wishes for the Philippines to recover swiftly from the impact of the disasters.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio, the DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.